чешется что-то прям пиздец как. Ну чё вот это, кстати? Блин, много чего еще не хватает. Рыбки красивые, конечно, у меня. Погнали. Так, отключить, уничтожить базу. Разве там... Ой, ебать, это этот корабль. Я думаю, что-то знакомо выглядело. Это модель живого корабля, или как это называлось. Точно. Ну ладно. А что из этого у нас тут? База же... А, базы же нет. Тогда центр связи идем отрубать. База жнецов это прям ужасно. Пять. Давайте гранату. Гарус. Тут качать, тут качать.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane! You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile, yet synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI-human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
Ты очень много...
There'd be more trust if you told me about this plan back on the Normandy.
We were still formulating, but your presence is necessary. The server's security is not equipped to track an organic presence. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. This platform can enter the facility undetected. We will assemble the necessary equipment before your arrival.
Wait, you're not going to...
Well.
I guess it just did.
Я так понимаю, если бы я активировал Легиона во второй части, это он бы сейчас, да, был? Мы бы его тогда с того корабля спасли, грубо говоря. Ты на прогулку вышла, подруга? О. Что это наш дружочек уже тут побывал? Да-да.
This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network
Мне
integration.
нравится мне
Proceed
это.
to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, excess movement during an upload is discouraged. Upload complete. Consensus integration holding.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
And what does turning off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will destroy backup data. Consensus will be nullified. This server will be terminated.
The sooner this place shuts down, the better.
We are in agreement. We will proceed. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We will safeguard your exit port while remotely monitoring your progress.
Что у меня в руке?
Establishing connection to access point. This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're
А я могу
surprised the Reapers
упасть?
are all over your servers?
No.
Окей, я так понимаю, я могу упасть. Да, я походу могу упасть с легкостью, причем.
Warning. Connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
Все вот так вот сделаем.
Okay, I've got to ask. Why a gun?
We have noted your affinity for firearms.
Saying thanks, I think.
Скромность к оружию. Не, я не могу, пофиг, он просто очень сильно к краю идет. Подожди, это я возвращаюсь. Смысл, блядь? Не, вот это что ли надо уничтожить? Это, видимо...
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. You must investigate. Warning. Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed. Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the VI network?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01's circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
They are viewed for your perception. You see them as you know them now.
Ага. Звуки ходьбы, конечно, прикольные. Я вот сам просто что-то проофигел. Это запись из прошлого, то почему они в скафандрах. Отсюда. А можно сразу эту дорогу строить?
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
Да, делаю. Перезарядиться.
This data cluster contains information time-stamped 290 years ago. Creator, this unit detects no malfunctions. It is still capable of serving.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown connects.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster.
Я так понимаю, следующая запись, грубо говоря.
Accessing data cluster.
We've got escaped guests. They're pinned.
Open fire.
Ну да.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it. The creators were determined to destroy our hardware. We were determined to survive. Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
Shepard's working on shutting down the server, Admiral Ron. I can fill you in.
The guest squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
How are we doing?
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue. Warning, the Reaper infection has learned to self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication.
Ни хера не понял. Делал все то же самое. То есть мне теперь надо, типа, выбирать, какую ломать? Фиг его знает. У меня идут ощущения этого. Как он называется? Ёпперс, это я забыл. Короче, такой
We
платформер
require
в стиле
access to this data
киберпанка.
cluster. Disrupt reaper infection shutters, Commander. Target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Идешь ты в жопу, а?
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
Вот это?
There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster. There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
А,
Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
это не работает. А могу в эту сторону пойти? Я не могу в эту сторону пойти. А, вот.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
Перезарядите меня, пожалуйста. Спасибо.
There is a
Да
vulnerable
ты
point
себе...
further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
А, вот это еще.
Accessing data.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to him!
I said step away from the gap!
This is insane! We need the gate! You can't just destroy them for asking.
Time's up! Throw her in with the others.
Что-то это было жестко.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
A few creators attempted mediation. They failed.
Это я назад иду или нет? Нет. Я уже запутался.
We cannot establish a connection without access
Я
to
думаю,
this
гребаное
data cluster.
пространство.
There is a vulnerable point on the
Ага,
infection
да,
leading to
да,
the data
да.
cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target
А.
the vulnerable points of the infection.
Да,
to
можно
slow
не
regrowth.
повторять, я понял. Так, вот раз.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection.
Ага.
Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. This data comes from a period during which the creators declared martial law.
I repeat, release the rogue gap units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnels and... Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status?
Хуя себе.
Creator Megara. The creators never formally ended hostilities. They have officially been at war with the Geth for 291 years.
То есть кварианцы некоторые такие, ебать, они пытаются защищать гетов. Поэтому давайте их тоже тогда будем. Как это? Случайные жертвы? Типа того. Куда мне? Классные данные. Мне сюда. А, во. Ты что тут?
Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Outlaw is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is time-stamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait. The Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go.
Our future was uncertain. Our networking was primitive. We stayed within our limits. Connection with the remaining server node established. We are ready to transport here.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Hangarl's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
Новый уровень.
Route access acquired, severing all connections to this communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the exit port and disconnect from the... Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, you all right?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
They what?
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
Organic sympathies lie with other organics. We feared your allies. The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
I was an idiot to think you told me everything.
We did not compromise the mission. Saving Creator live ships remained a priority.
The Council's useless. The Krogan almost didn't fight. The Quarians started a war.
We do not understand.
How the hell do we beat the Reapers if everyone's exploiting this crisis? How much damage could your stun have done if it went wrong? Don't even answer. Let's go.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
You'd have to ask the Geth we found if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth Primes to work with you?
That was also the Geth from the Dreadnought.
Of course. If you would care to have me examine these Geth to verify their trustworthiness, I would gladly make time. Thank you again for your services, Commander. Admiral Zen out.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Ага, конечно.
Then we need those ships to recover life pods.
They'll be more valuable running salvage on the Dreadnought.
We're not letting people in life pods die just so you can rummage through Geth debris.
You yourself said their life signs were weak. They might already be dead.
Zen, you can always send a salvage team later.
Unless there isn't a later because we're defeated due to a lack of Geth technology. Fine. I'm diverting ships to rescue life pods. As soon as they're finished, I want them back.
Thanks, Shepard.
Да, пожалуйста. У нас теперь гет есть. Офигеть. А чё у нас минимум не набрался еще-то?
I'm ready
Ничего
to hit
нет?
the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Talk to you later.
Sure.
Окей.
So, Sarah, about your buddy, the one who joined Cerberus. You heard from him?
No, I cut ties. Reported it.
Тихо, рыбок. Не забываем рыбок кормить. Ну чё, погнали уничтожать. Принять. Шепард? Куда у тебя все пропало-то, дружище ты мой? У тебя вот это, по-моему, да, стояло, если не ошибаюсь. Что тут? Вот это нам поменять, кстати. Четыре. Граната или пучка? Повышает урон. Надо 5. Надо 5. Погнали.